Hi, it's Luke here from Proactive, the simple user-friendly risk management solution. Hopefully by now you've been watching the how-to's videos, and we've got to the stage now where we can just look at how it all comes together on the dashboard. Now, at the very beginning we talked about this, but it's a fairly simple and straightforward way of representing what's going on in your organization in terms of what reports have been submitted, broken down into the modules you can see here, and then split essentially into red, where action is required, or green, where it's been completed the action, but you obviously still want a record of the incident so you can come back and look at it later. But ultimately, this is where users are going to manage it. Like I said, users will only see the instances in the dashboards that relate to their group. But as a company admin here, as someone set up, you probably will be watching this and you'll be able to see all of the instances across the organization. Just a quick one here. This is one here that's got an action required. So just if you're wondering how we move that across, we click into the incident. Look at the bottom, there's a little tag here that says follow-up required is ticked on. Well, if we know that that has occurred and a follow-up has occurred, which in the case of this incident was update the concussion protocol, we actually know that's been done. So we can remove that because we're sure. And when we come back to the dashboard, we can see it's moved from action needed into no action required. With the concussions, they will move through on their own, depending on the time of the return to code protocol, so they can't be made to recover any quicker, obviously, but they will end up in the green recover pile. And hopefully then you can start to see and make sure that everything in your organization is being managed properly for any of these instances, risks, or hazards. There's then a nice addition, which is the stats tool. So you can just go to the top here and click on stats. And this just means that if required, you can look across a time period, across a group, across the company or organization and see if there's any trends or any number of instances that look a little bit different to what you might expect, might tell you something. For instance, in this report here, we could just look at the men's first team for the last 30 days, and we click update chart. There we go. It's going to just create your report about what's been going on. Not a lot as it happens, but you can see the point. That means that you'll be able to look into different groups across the organization and just check that everything looks as it should be. There's not been any spikes, any informational incidences at a rate that you find a little bit off, and that way as an organization you can keep on top of things and maybe make some changes if there was anything that jumped out at you. So hopefully that has just been a brief look over the dashboard and the stats, and you can see how useful it is and important it is to arrive at this page every time, just to remind everyone that's using the app that there might be things that you're doing, need updating, need following up, so that everything keeps moving along nicely. Hope you've enjoyed it, hope it's been useful, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.